Good evening. British Lebanese coming to you from London's Islington. Current update on my quote presidential case unquote. Detective Gallagher phones again yesterday with regards to an email sent to Westminster Court. I was let down by a former solicitor who doesn't want to get back to you, and they think that they could take the liberty to tell you, yeah, we'll get back to you, but they don't. Which is a good thing in one sense, that if a lawyer firm isn't going to be professional, then you know that they're a shit law firm. And so today was another day where I approached the law firm. They told me exactly the same. They're going to get back to me tomorrow. Gave them the leeway of the detective wants to interview me. And I repeat, I'm a 17-day hunger striker who was put incommunicado off of a phone call off of a racist British Jewish MP. Let me just say that again in case the algorithms start to gag me. British Jewish MP. I'm a British Lebanese hunger striker. Put incommunicado off of a phone call off of a racist MP, where England already stripped her from her right honourable status for tweeting the white van man racist discriminating tweets and getting her ass kicked by her own Jewish twin brother Ed Miliband. So yeah, Islington is a stronghold. When they say that the Lebanese resistance is a stronghold where they bomb, Islington is a stronghold, densely populated Jewish area. Do you understand? So obviously, detective who, after already I have a case where they arrested me days after my dad died last year in November the 17th. They decided to phone me a couple of days ago just to give me a 1-year anniversary of my father's death, to yet again continuously target and threaten me and demanding an interview, because I sent an email to people who in reality a lawyer should have done that, but because we have Zionist lawyers in this country who are now sectarian lawyers, yeah, where if they see an Arabic name on it, they say, yeah, we'll have him, that's quick money, we'll screw him and fuck him up and we'll milk him from his legal aid. So now we have lawyers in England who have already signed declarations that they are pro-Israel, and lawyers who are pro-Palestine, which means that once you commit yourself from a legal matter to sign such documents, you segment yourself into in my belief, a lawyer who's broke their oath to me and the King of England, me and you, as in us, the public, and the King of England. Now, last time I went online, I had over 400 audience following my Twitter, so I'm going to give it out again because I want to remind the public what a specialist lawyer told me, and I'm going to quote it again for you who don't know and who have just joined my subscriptions here. The lawyer quotes to me, quote, Sam, I urge you to inform the public of your findings, unquote. I'm a 17-day hunger striker who was put incommunicado off of a fraudulent phone call off a British MP who accused me of harassment being a tweet which not even Twitter found to be breaching its terms, where I went on hunger strike without no lawyer, no contact with family, no contact with my embassy to be informed. So we have international protocols in breach here. I'm an anti-Zionist. I do not support any groups, political parties or anything whatsoever, because you grow up, don't you, and you learn that it's not elections, it is selections, and it always was. I'm here to update you about my findings about Professor David Miller from Press TV, who has researched British intelligence's infiltrating British Arab Muslim families here in London, and I'm about to expose my sister to have been sent over to New York to training, and that training, in my belief, it was funded by British intelligences, and those intelligences that I'm talking about, I believe, are affiliated directly or indirectly to Professor David Miller's article on Press TV, which is made public now. It's all over my timeline. Yeah, I'm a former Hewlett-Packard employee with over 27 years in the IT sector. My field of expertise involves, as well as the IT sector, debunking third-party vendors, whether those third-party vendors are Islington Council contractors or any type of third-party vendors. I know every corner that third-party vendors take from your contractual obligations, which I've helped tender for. So I'm a very experienced person in the field that I profess. I don't profess, I have a profession in. I keep thinking professors because I got another professor following me on the account, and I say Salamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh to the Lebanese people out there who are resisting being densely bombed under the false pretense that it is a quote Hezbollah area. They're killing Lebanese people and they're calling it Hezbollah. Yeah, so just like they're calling Palestinian people Hamas, yeah, they're calling Palestinian people a fucking chickpea dish. Yeah, well, we ain't a piece of Lebanese food. Yeah, we ain't a piece of kuzbara. Yeah, kuzbara as in coriander, or Hezbollah, whatever you want to try to pervert the terminology of wordings, which is a terrorism on wordings, and it has been a terrorism on wordings for a very considerable time now. Now, I was approached by British local constituency here in Islington under the false pretense of leaflets. These leaflets, I'm talking in relation to Professor David Miller, who's blocked me on Facebook, yeah, on Twitter. Why? Because I'm exposing his own arse for gathering all that money, yeah, which is supposed to be, which is mostly funded to him by us Arabs, us Muslims, yeah. And that fund that he's got is called the Fighting Fund, and he wouldn't let me have access to it. Not that he's ever met a 17-day hunger striker in his entire white boy life. Yeah, because you have to tell it like it is. Yeah, I'm sick and tired of seeing I'm sick and tired of seeing Press TV start to recruit agents, agent hangouts, and then suddenly when they leave, they go and work for, like, Robert Carter, the former Press TV journalist. They go and work for a Rupert Murdoch platform elevated Piers Morgan. So they get access, these founders of Five Pillars, who I have debunked as well, yeah. And I'm not a popular man with journalists, yeah, because I am a critic of journalists, and I don't care where you come from or what colour you're from or what sect you are. I am a critic of news that involves my motherland, yeah, my motherland being the Lebanon, where I was born, and I came over to London in 1973, older than most of you fucking Arabs out there, let alone Muslims or whatever it is you want to put yourself in. And so the leaflet that I received was saying to me, repairs, housing repairs, Do you have something you want to talk about? Join in, get involved in your local community. These are the leaflets that have been sent out under a false and misleading pretext. Now, are you listening, the evil Yahudi Ruby, my sister? Eh? Are you listening how I debunk you and what you've been doing in your career? Yeah? And who's elevated you? These leaflets were saying that were enticing me to go and sit down to discuss with them about repairs and so on. Now, I am an expert in my point of view at dealing with third-party vendors. I've got the years behind me, and you don't work for Hewlett Packard, one of the top 10 best companies to work for in the world, yeah, and not become some kind of credible voice, let alone the fact that I'm a British Lebanese, without having some kind of significant experience in a field of work, or which I do. And so what happens with these leaflets? I see other leaflets of those kind that I read. On the floor I picked up these leaflets that showed me.
Sorry, door.
Yeah, so let me just get back. The other leaflet that I see came under a different pretext, that they wanted to talk about communities and local activities and inviting you in to have dinners, free dinners. There's Letton Council I'm talking about. I can't speak about for any other local councils, but I imagine it's happening on a pandemic scale across the whole country. And you who are out in another country, America or wherever you are, yeah, you listen up carefully, sunshine, because I am blessing you with my knowledge here. I'm throwing myself on the platform, yeah. I'm already on bail myself, yeah. And so because of that, yeah, it is dangerous when I come online and expose my findings. So these other leaflets are manipulating you to go there, and they're bribing you with lunches and so on. And when you get there, they start bringing up the New World Order agenda. Let me say that again, the New World Order agenda. They hate me doing that. YouTube is a lover of throwing us in isolation who speak with openness. These leaflets are there to control your mind. They target certain people, Arabs from countries that are currently being bombed. They target people from Lebanon, from Palestine, from Syria, from Iran, Iraq, Yemen, all those indigenous countries, and they take them on and they tell them, you're fantastic, you're wonderful, yeah, oh look at you, oh did you do that really? And then they employ them. How do they employ them? Well, they did it with my sister. They sent her to New York, one of America's stronghold Jewish populated area. I use the word stronghold for a reason, because if you want to call my people in Lebanon who you're bombing, yeah, they call them Hezbollah stronghold areas, yeah? Well, I live in a fucking heavily condensed, densely populated Jewish area, one of the top 10 populated areas in England. So that's why I use that terminology. And so, what's happening here is they took my sister and they trained her in New York University, yeah? They trained her in the field that she's in. They paid for her expenses. She was so gullible, and she still is now. She's probably more stubborn now than she'll ever want to be. In me debunking her, only through seeing not just Professor David Miller, yeah, and no thanks to him, yeah? No thanks to him. He is a gatekeeper. That's what he is. He's a gatekeeper. Do you understand? Gatekeeper. Information that is already out there, yeah, they've obtained it, and they were given the platform to release this information, all right? Because that is the new alternative news media networks that are out there. That is what they're doing. And I'm going to continue this conversation in a little while. And in the meantime, call the people. I want some audience on this, yeah. I could be detained anytime. I was arrested this time last year, days after my dad died. And this year they decided to contact me in order to arrest me, arrange an interview. If I don't go there, they're going to arrest me. So they're doing it again at the same time. Again, this is a psychological operation that they're spinning on me, yeah? And you lot who don't understand, yeah? You lot who have, some of you Arabs out there, right? You really pissed me off. You're such a bunch of demented, fucked up people. And when I say out there, I'm talking specifically the ones that are westernized here in England and all the other countries that are speaking in English, yeah? I don't listen to Arabic podcasts, rarely do I. When they start talking that strange Arabic that they talk on the news, yeah, that news Arabic, I don't understand it. And talking of news, yeah, a message to you, Al Jazeera #1, Jalal Shahda, yeah, who knows my family, yeah. You want to listen to what I'm saying, because your family, yourself, your family may have been approached in that same way, yeah, which is probably the reason why you are where you are today. And I burn my bridges carefully, yeah. When I called for help, you weren't there. You weren't there, yeah. And you're a Christian, and that's why I'm saying that right now, because you're a Christian, and you've been elevated to Al Jazeera, the scumbag station, yeah, the Rupert Murdoch affiliated type news outlets, yeah. So I'm here debunking your arse, unless you want to wake up and start supporting. Yeah, I'm here debunking your arse, yeah? I approached you, you blanked me like I don't fucking exist, yeah? Now you watch, yeah? Within 2 hours of my last podcast, I had over 400 people watching it, yeah? And that's only the ones that logged on, yeah? That's only the ones that YouTube told me about, because, yeah, I'm the anti-Zionist, raw talking British Lebanese Londoner, and I'm going to do another YouTube shortly. And on that note, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Wallah yahmikum ya shabab. Allah yahmikum. Allah yahmikum. What I want to say is, yeah, we know that women and children are being killed, but what about the men? Why are we belittling the men? Why are you all turned into fuckeries, feminists, pussycats? Eh? Well, it's the women that's dying, it's the children that's dying. But what about the men who put them where they are today, yeah? What about the men, eh? Why are we belittling the men out there, yeah? It's men who are being killed, yeah? It's men who are committing suicide left, right and centre across the world because they can't support their families, because they can't bear to watch their sons starving or their daughters starving. And in this video podcast, I'm debunking my sister has been trained by Jewish power here in London, in London, yeah? I'm debunking her in front of you, yeah? And you got to prove to me otherwise, yeah? And you sources out there that are following and tracking me, yeah? I want my sister debunked, do you understand? I want my sister debunked. I want people to forge relations with her journalists, yeah, and debunk her, yeah? And to listen to the compulsive lies that comes out of her mouth, yeah? I want my sister debunked, do you understand that? I tried with her so much to get justice, yeah? She wouldn't do it. All she'd go around doing is spreading poison. Well, I've started to pull out articles and facts, and I've started to debunk the Sharmutat Yahud already, yeah? And I need assistance in Lebanon. I know you have enough resources to assist me, yeah? I'm asking for assistance in Lebanese people who are expats across the world. And let me tell you something, yeah? There won't be many Lebanese people out there British Lebanese out there who are exposing what I'm exposing. I'm doing you a favour, I'm educating you, I'm showing you how the cookie crumbles so that you know if this happens to your wife, your children, your family, your friends, yeah, you know that you've gained that knowledge up there. You understand that? You understand that? Yeah? I am a genuine ضد اليهود يلي ضد العرب ويا أيها الكافرون ولا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين. صدق الله العظيم. لا إله إلا الله سيدنا محمد عبده رسول الله. والله معكم يا شباب.